Hello to my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, Leos. We are still in the full moon phase, tiptoeing towards the last quarter moon phase in this full moon in Scorpio. We had a full flower moon in Scorpio, right? So Scorpio is a death rebirth card. And so there was a lot of death magic done. But of course, obviously, if you're watching this video, you're still with us, right? So, yeah, so you're on the rebirth side. Yay. So happy to have you, right? So a lot of things you all have done was you're planting some new seeds in fertile soil, and so there's a lot of growth, and so a lot of you all are going to be a lot of new beginnings for you all, a lot of growth on the horizon. A lot of your businesses are growing. A lot of wonderful things are happening for you all on the horizon. So yay, right? Lots of wonderful things are happening. So let's get into that, right? So you pulled up some weeds in your lives. You planted some new seeds. You all are being very meticulous about who you are allowing in your lives right now, and thinking about making sure you got some fresh water, fertile soil, the proper air temperature. You're getting your proper rest, making sure you're not overdoing it. Like making sure that you're balanced out. In other words, like maybe in the last cycle, maybe you all overdid it. Maybe like every single time somebody called you, you were always racing to everybody's aid. But this time you're balancing things out, Leos. Like there's a more of a balance there. So not like you're being nitpicky, but more of like if you had other people's backs in the past, you're being a little bit more mindful. If you've had people's backs, you want to make sure people got your back too, right? It's not always you're always the one racing to everybody's aid. I trust my intuition, right? Trust me, that's your divine feminine side, right? Everybody has. Men and women have intuition, right? It's not just women's intuition, men have intuition too, right? All right, let's get into it. That's a gift that you inherited from both your mom and dad side of the family. It's not just your mom's side of the family. That seed was planted in the womb. You're not a test tube, baby. You got it from your mama and your daddy, right? So you got it from both sides of the family, right? You didn't come out of a test tube. I mean, maybe some of y'all did, but I don't think I'm talking to any test tube babies. So anyway, let's get into it. 800, you're getting spiritual downloads. That's right. So you're trying to add to your spiritual downloads, right? So you want to learn how to use your fire properly, right? So prepare for new knowledge. There's an alert from your guides, your spirit guides. So your angels are indicating that you will be receiving new information in the form of realization, wisdom, and emotions, right? So sit in meditation and focus your energy on opening your crown chakra, that's the top of your head, in preparation for this divine light. Picture loving light flowing into you with ease through the top of your head into your entire being, right? So yeah, you want to double those downloads. And so you don't have time to be around narcissistic energies, people who burn you out, stress you out, always expect for you to be racing to their aid, putting on your super Leo cape, racing to their aids. But when you need your time for them to come to your aid, they too tired, distracted, and you got to find out they secretly in competition with you. Like, who has time for all of that, right? So trust your intuition. Get your rest. Trust your intuition, right? You don't have time for that. No time for that negativity. So somebody had to find out the hard way to deal with some energies who were in secret competition with you. And guess what? You had to pull up the wheat. You had to separate the wheat from the tares. So, and this full moon in Scorpio, which is the death card, that remember Scorpio is ruled by the Tower card and the Judgment card, right? Somebody was secretly judging you. And let me add some more. Let me add some more to this because I need y'all to help you with this. So first of all, the Tower card, there's first house and the eighth house with this. First house is all about personality, temperament, appearances, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life, okay? Eighth house is about renewal, sexuality, death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, occult, mystery, and intimacy, right? So if it's something like okay, we got to share finances. If there's something like that where it's going to break y'all up, okay, sometimes you don't know until you know. Or sexuality is that's going to be the chain that's going to break y'all up. Okay, then sometimes you don't know until you don't know. Or the occult, secrets, finding out that somebody watches tarot or somebody reads cards is going to break y'all up. Or something having to do with the law is going to break you all up. Well, I didn't know that, you support this law, right? Or something else. Here's one that a lot of families were divided on. The shot, like during COVID-19, who got the shot and who didn't get the shot. Y'all know what I'm saying? Or like who believes in getting, well, back in the day when people got the flu shot, right? Who believed in getting the flu shot, right? Or who didn't get the flu shot. Or sexuality, or, when it comes to transformations, right? Or beliefs in marriages. Some people believe until death do us part, right? Some people believe, okay, I don't believe in all of that. It's, no matter what, you stand together. You've been divorced before, or some people believe it's okay to have whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. The point is, and then first house is all about appearances, or self-image, or self-awareness, or outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? So many different things will cause people to break that chain. The number 8 looks like an infinity symbol. Some people believe to infinity and beyond. Some people don't. So y'all get the point. You're trusting your intuition, right? It's time to do the mirror work. Right? So, because some people will swap destiny. This is what a destiny swap looks like. Some people look at your life from the outside. They misjudged you, right? That's the judgment card. That's Pluto, and Pluto is currently retrograde. Some people misjudged you. They took one look at you and they assumed one thing. And so to say, you also have the gift of premonition, right? They thought that you didn't have intuition, right? So here we have. You have the gift of premonition. That's forewarning. You have the gift of premonition. So it's all becoming clearer now. Y'all are literally the strength card. Somebody took your meekness for weakness. So don't look back. Right? Adjust your crown, Leos. Adjust your crown. I keep trying to tell y'all, turn down for what? It sounds maybe tuning into this channel helps somebody. Maybe you need to hear it from somebody who doesn't see any Leos on this planet as competition. I don't see any Leo on this planet as competition, because I have a 5th house just like everybody else does. Every human being has a 5th house. 5th house, you all rule 5th house. 5th house is all about romance, creativity, children, projects, fun, self-expression, hobbies, what makes you feel good. Everybody remembers how it felt to have fun at some point in their lives. Like everybody has a 5th house. I hope at somebody somewhere, somebody felt like, you smiled at one point. Even if you cracked a little smile somewhere, somebody has an inner child somewhere. I hope, I can't say that, but I hope. If somebody things are starting to become clear that, somewhere your intuition, even if it was called something else, you had a feeling about something, you felt like in hindsight you were forewarned and you should have trusted your intuition. When you say, dang, I should have listened to my intuition. Like this right here, people say, I should have listened to my intuition. Something told me. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like you hear people say, something told me. That something was source, the creator. Something told me I should have listened to my, dang it, why didn't I? That, right? So your ancestors have a message for you, right? You have the gift of clear cognizance. That's psychic knowledge about people. Right? Don't cast your pearls before swine. We know that's to be scripture, right? So don't waste good things on people who won't appreciate them. Right? You have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. That's almost like somebody felt like you've been here before. Like, okay, I feel like I've been here before. You could be coming back through as an ancestor, literally to complete a cycle. Literally. Yeah, your ancestors have a message for you. It's like they're telling you that you coming back through to complete a cycle. Like you've been here before. It's not just in the physical realm that you look like somebody. Y'all know, like when y'all have your elders in your family, when they get up in age and you walk in the room and they looking at you like they saw a ghost. Like, okay, you look, oh my God. And everybody looking like, as somebody says, you know you look just like, so go get, baby, go get that picture of so-and-so. And you like, wait a minute. Hold on, you talking about me? Yes, go get that picture off the so-and-so. And you go get the picture and people are looking at you like, oh my God, you look just like so-and-so. Okay? Start listening to water sounds. Start listening to water sounds. You remembering the future. It's like you've been here before. You made a positive impact on some people. It's time to heal your wounded self. This is your Chiron. It's time to heal that wounded self. That's deep emotional wounds. You're leaving some people behind. It's time for you to tap in. For real, it is time for you to tap into these spiritual gifts because you've been having... It's been too many disruptions trying to come across. It's been trying to... Source needs you to do the mirror work because Source is trying to remind you of who you are. Source has been trying to remind you of who you are. Like your ancestors are trying to remind you of just how powerful you are. Take time to decide. Take time to decide. It's trying to remind you of who you are. Somebody's still telling lies about you, but you don't care. You don't care. They're trying to remind you of who you are. Somebody's distracted by somebody focused on the wrong stuff. You focusing on the here and now. Or your ancestors are trying to remind you of who you are. Some of you all come from such powerful, well, everybody comes from just a powerful line of people. And your ancestors are like, look, it's time to stop being distracted. Your ancestors made so many sacrifices for you to be who you are, and it's like they traveling across bodies of water. Like they coming in droves. They coming across large bodies of water to remind you of who you are. It's like, okay, it's time to stand up. You're distracted about all this stuff that's going on right now. They made all these sacrifices, and people still keep getting sacrificed, getting distracted by the wrong stuff. Like what? Somebody better answer the call on their life. That's all I got to say. Let's get into this reading. Let's get into the reading. Stop acting like you don't know why you're here. Stop acting like you don't know why you're here. Like somebody knows how to do what you were called to do better than you do. I hope I said that right. Nobody can be a better you than you. Get focused. That's what this number 8 is. Get focused. Know your worth and know your value. These 2 zeros right here are your eyeballs. That's your eyeballs. So it's like somebody got on like bifocals. It's like you can see what's ahead of you, but you can also see in hindsight. Like it's you can see the past and the future. That's what somebody's... Hold on, let's get into this reading. Your ancestors are not playing. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised somebody can even sleep. Because it's all starting to become clearer and clearer and clearer to somebody right now. You better adjust your crown. Because I'm telling you, it's time for you to heal your wounded warrior. And that's your Chiron. And WikiHow, y'all know I don't do any gatekeeping on my channel. WikiHow is going to help you to, and it has pictures, illustrations. It's going to show you pictures. You do need your time of birth for your Chiron, Chiron. You won't be looking back, I can tell you that right now. You're not going to be worried about the petty stuff. Who talked about you behind your back. You're not going to, the petty stuff, all that stuff, going to be like, you know what, it's time for you to heal your wounded self. Who saw you as competition. It's go time. It's for real, it's go time. Somebody going to turn that water on. You're going to balance out all the anxiety and stuff you had in your spirit. Who said what about you. You're not going to be casting pearls before swines. None of that stuff. Your ancestors have a message. They like, okay, I need to talk to you about some stuff. You need to remember who you are. You need to adjust your crown. You're not going to care who said what about you. Yeah. Whoever's telling lies, that's going to be their karma. They're going to deal with their own karma. Yeah. Yeah. You're too smart for this. Yeah. 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 It won't even really matter what people said. Yeah. Because you're closing out a cycle. You're closing out a cycle. You're closing out a cycle. You're just going to be cutting people off. That's it. You know, if somebody wants your life, if somebody wants your life, if they want to swap lives with you because they think they love your life so much. You know what I'm saying? Like they love, that's why I'm telling people, like, you shouldn't want somebody's life so bad. Like you want to swap destinies with somebody. Like why would you want something you don't even know what they had to go through to be them? You're just going to cut people off. They talk about you behind your back. You're just going to cut them off for real. Like it's just going to be like, you know, I don't have time for, I don't even have time to be distracted. You're just going to come through with the sword and just go back through your mind and be like, okay, I'm just a swift cut, like a clean cut, like you came through with a scalpel. I'm just cutting people off. I don't even have time to even overthink this. I don't want to be distracted. That's how clear your thoughts are going to be. I'm just cutting people off. Yeah. Yeah. Them and their kids. I'm just cutting people off. Yeah, my ancestors made too many sacrifices. I don't even have the time. I don't even want the karma attached to it. For real. This is what I'm seeing here. Because 8 is a karmic number. I don't want the karma attached to it. If that makes sense. I don't want that to come back around. I don't want to be in that karmic cycle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that karmic cycle. I'm cutting them and their kids off. Their mama, their daddy, and their kids off. And I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this. Seriously, I'm just cutting them. I'm cutting them off. Excuse me. I'm cutting them off. I don't want to be connected to that. I'm trusting my intuition and I'm cutting them off. Yeah. Because what somebody is learning how to protect is you're protecting your gifts. You're protecting your spiritual downloads. And this is about, you don't want that to be distorted. You don't want that to be distorted. Somebody has psychic gifts and you don't want, you know what I'm saying, Leos? It's like you don't want the static. Y'all remember the old TVs back in the day when you like trying to get in, like in between channels? It has like that choppy sound, like the you want it to be clear when it the messages to come through. You don't want that like that snow sound, like in between it sounds like that snow sound. You want it to be so clear when it comes through, the messages to come through. Yeah. Because this is the expansion. I know this card right here is really not that clear, but this is what you don't, anytime you hear people talking about people behind their back that's trying to expand, yeah, I'm going to see how clear I can make this for you all, Leos. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this. I said this in a previous reading. Almost every Leo I know talks expansion. I don't even know that y'all even know how to not talk expansion. For real. Y'all just talk big. Right? Big dreams, big everything, right? So when y'all are talking about, when y'all talk to people who say stuff like, oh, you dreaming too big, you thinking too big, that's where the conversation need to be cut off right there. I'm talking to somebody who don't even believe in their own dreams. That's the thought that should be coming through your mind. I'm talking to somebody. I need to stop the conversation right there. They don't even believe in their own dreams. I need to stop the conversation. I can't, nope. That's limited. my throat chakra hurt. They making my throat chakra hurt for real. Even if they're in a box size apartment, they should be thinking too small, for real. My throat chakra hurt. So anyway, source is saying to you, when you thinking expansion and you got fire shut up in your bones, and you talking to people, they will do stuff to limit your stuff. They will burn down a whole everything for somebody else if they feel they will cut down everything else until they are expanded. Yours, your kids, everything. And somebody had to see something before they believed it. Yeah. Somebody had to see somebody cheat with somebody else's significant other before they believed it. Because they feel like something is their way or the highway. They like playing games. They like playing. For them, everything is chess. Everything is a game of chess for them. Everything is a game. They play games with people's spouse. They play games with people's kids. They will sacrifice anything. Low vibrational. They'll see somebody have a nervous breakdown. They like, all of this is a game for them. Anytime they want to see somebody expand, they're a hater. Misery loves company. And so it's like, that's not how you flow. So it's like, you better learn how to trust your intuition, because you're getting spiritual downloads. You and somebody don't flow like that. And you will throw yourself into a karmic cycle with them. So it's like, them and their kids, you better unravel yourself. Yeah. Get amongst people who know their worth and their value. Learn how to forgive people, operate in the spirit of love, and get your healing, whatever. And learn how to move on. Learn how to move on. You're too smart for this. Learn how to move on. Look, it's a heavy price to be a part of a family. There are plenty of people who get hurt in big families, so it's the same, but people learn how to forgive and they move on. They go to therapy and move on. I don't know. It's a heavy price to pay to be in a family. People go to therapy, they heal, they cut people off if that's what they need to do. That's what this sword for. And people ask why all the time. They ask, well, how come people don't come around? They don't heal. People heal the way they need to heal, and they move on. They just move on. They relocate. They move on. People look like, they talk about people behind their back. They expand. They do what they need to do to heal, but they move on and they build. And then some people, they stick around, but they sacrifice everything. They sacrifice everything in their path. They stay in a karmic cycle, stabbing people in the back. Just destructive injustices to people, aligning with people. So adjust your crown, leave them behind, and let judgment fall on them, whoever they are. Yeah, judgment is coming down on some energies. Yeah. So Source is sending you into hermit mode, so a light can turn on for you. Yep, so you can start creating in hermit mode. And it's time to expand. Yep. You're going through a Saturn return. You're going through a Saturn return. You have a lot of ideas. So you and somebody are getting ready to expand. You have a lot of ideas coming your way, and you're leaving something behind. See this right here? You're leaving something behind. You're about to go global. You're leaving just local stuff that you've been doing. Somebody's about to go global. So congratulations to you. Yeah. So it's time for you to be on stage. It's time for you to be center stage. Somebody thought you wanted all the attention. Whatever. Get on stage where you belong. If that's what they thought before, hey, it's time to shine brighter. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Somebody thought you wanted to be center stage anyway, then hey, put the spotlight on you even brighter. What they think, what they thought, you was ruled by the sun anyway. So shine brighter. Yeah, and adjust your crown. Everybody has a throne in their universe. Look at all the stars in the sky. Who is threatened by somebody finding their north node? Nobody. Anyway, y'all already know on this. If you've been on this channel long enough, everybody has a star. Everybody has purpose. So whatever. Yeah. Join the team. Everybody has a star. Everybody has a north node. When you know that you have a North Node, you're not threatened by somebody else who knows that they have purpose, because all those stars are lighting up the sky. They're inspiring everybody else. Only miserable people like company. The company of other miserable people. People who know that they have purpose, they're not threatened by somebody else's star. So, you're a prayer warrior. Get up there with the other prayer warriors. Your ancestors made too many sacrifices. I see you smart, forgiving people, operating in the spirit of love. Somebody has a new sense of self-worth. There it is, right there. There it is. Learning how to be more conservative with your time. That's you, right there. You've gone down a rabbit hole. You and somebody went down a rabbit hole. You're learning how to be more conservative with your time instead of you sitting there holding on to receipts. I got this on somebody. I got that on somebody. Somebody's just learning how you and somebody learning how to be more conservative with your time. Somebody's a team player. Like I said, you're mastering your craft. There it is. Multiple streams of income coming in. Center stage. There amongst the stars. There it is. There it is. That's what somebody's investing their time in. Multiple streams of income. Instead of sitting around being with miserable people. Waiting on a moon phase to take somebody out. That's how you're going to feel like you're hitting the jackpot. That's why somebody's having deja vu, because you've already been here before. An ancestor had to come back through and say, no, you're going through a rebirth. An ancestor had to come through with the spiritual downloads to help you to learn how to trust your intuition, to remind you that there's greatness in you. So yeah, you made a positive impact on some people, and some people still telling lies about you. But child, who cares? Who cares about people telling lies on you? They somebody been saying that you like the spotlight. Okay, that's true. And next, what other truth you got to tell? What other truth? Okay, you like the spotlight. Okay, and what other truth you got? Because that's true. You got some more spotlights back there? Can you turn it up? Turn up the spotlight. Yours not bright enough. Child, could we got some more? You got one spotlight. Can we get two more out here? I don't know what the problem is. Because if it was them, they would want the spotlight turned up on them. I don't see what the problem is. If it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine. If it's their time to shine, it's their time to shine. I mean, like, what's the problem? Whatever. And here's the world card. Yeah, Saturn return for you, Saturn return for somebody else. Next. Here's the Page of Swords. So whatever anxiety you may have been having, about being an open book, it's coming to an end. You found your soulmate. So yeah. Here's the Page of Cups here. So you have some good news coming across your path. Anybody who is emotionally immature, saying emotionally immature stuff about you, I mean, personally, I just don't get it. I mean, it's obvious. Everybody got eyes in their head. They can see. Everybody can see that there's stars in the sky. I mean, for real. You can see that there's stars in the sky, lighting up the sky. It's not one star. You got one during the day, that's the sun. But I mean, at night, you got multiple stars in the sky that's lighting up the sky. I mean, Leos, stop falling for that okie doke, please. If you tuned into this channel, y'all know I speak highly of every zodiac sign. Please stop falling for that okie doke. Stop falling for that. Anyway, here's the Page of Cups. So you got good news coming across your path. So somebody got a soulmate, part of your soul tribe. Yeah, you got good news coming across your path. Like I said, new love for somebody, happy surprise, somebody who is very sensitive to, the pain, this stuff that you've gone through. You won't feel like you're walking on eggshells around somebody. Somebody is really celebrating you. It almost feels like for somebody, like you can be an open book, around this energy. Somebody who's like a kid, how who let your inner child come out and play. When you have you know, like if you have kids, how their face lights up when you walk in a room. That's what, you know, for a new love to be around you. Like they just really celebrate you. Almost to a point where if you've been around so much hurt, you almost feel like you have to turn down Leos. You know what I'm saying? Like you almost feel like you have to just kind of, okay, you have to dim your light. Like, okay, I can't even be my authentic self around this person because if I turn up the way I really want to turn up, then I almost feel like this person is going to I don't even know if I can even describe it, so I'm not even gonna try. Forget it. Not even gonna try. Don't even sound right. It don't even sound right. It just sounds ridiculous. I wouldn't even stay around for 5 minutes. Child, please. I wouldn't stay around for 5 minutes. If I had to turn down, I mean, whatever. So anyway, just do you. Be your authentic self. So yeah, somebody's still telling lies about you, but you don't care. Anyway, yeah, roll out. 8 of Wands. Yeah, something for you is, yeah, this is 8 of Wands. The moment you realize somebody is being emotionally immature because you feel like you're an open book and you feel like you are you just feel like a kid again. I mean, and not in an immature way, but you feel like you feel like this is new for you, and you know, you just feel like you're your authentic self. You're trusting your intuition. You're your authentic self around them. You feel like this thing is growing. You're mature, but you know what I'm saying. You feel like it's structured, it's authoritative. You feel like this is your twin flame in business and or in love. You feel like you found your star. You feel like y'all can travel around the world. Like it's fun. I mean, like, whatever. You feel like you can, this person is cheering you on. You're just having a good old time. Like somebody not trying to, like somebody not trying to put you on a leash. Woo. Oh my God. Queen of Swords. Yeah. So have fun. For real. Yeah. Somebody who is helping you to adjust your crown. You know, somebody who is, they're high vibrational like you. I mean, they're not trying to be perfect. You know, they're not perfect. You're not trying to be perfect. You can just be your authentic self around them. They're not nitpicking every little thing. You know, they're careful with, you know, they're not trying to hurt you. You're not trying to hurt them. You know, y'all get the point. 5 of Wands. They don't see you as competition. They don't see you as competition. They're not your rival. You know, they're not trying to hang you out to dry. That kind of stuff, right? They see all the sacrifices you made. You see the sacrifices that they made. You know, they're not trying to bait you into anything, switching up. You know that they've been baited into stuff. You know, y'all have a lot of stuff in common. Like, y'all have a lot of things in common. Y'all have a lot of things in common. Both of y'all have fallen for the bait. People have, you know, tried to make y'all feel worthless. Y'all want to be a part of something. People are trying to make y'all feel worthless. I mean, y'all just have a lot of stuff in common, but y'all both put it to the end. Y'all dead at the situation, right? Y'all both on the rebirth side. So that's the end of that. Both of y'all had to go through the same mess. A lot of the same mess. So and now y'all talking expansion. That's the end of that. So that's what I have for you, Leos. Turn down for what? Who's turning down? Who has time to turn down? Listen, do that on another planet, not Earth. Do it on another planet. It's time to release negativity. Like I said, we had a full moon in Scorpio. That's over. By now, the moon is in Capricorn. It's already was in Sagittarius. Now it's in Capricorn. Okay? Saturn return. That's the world card, Saturn return. Okay? Yeah, listen. Enforce boundaries. This is a whole new tradition. Enforce boundaries, right? It's a whole new tradition. They enforce boundaries. So it's time to release negativity. Time to release negativity. The death magic didn't work. They just stood out by the moon. They chanted. I wish they was dead. I wish they was dead. I wish they was dead. Okay, you're not. You're alive and well and kicking. You breathing. You feeling good about life. You're on the rebirth side. You planted some brand new seeds. The whole shebang. You good. Okay? It's time to release the negativity. It didn't work. So, next, you're operating in faith, right? So, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. That's right, because you're operating in love. You're too high vibrational for that craziness. Nobody have time to be operating in fear. You believe in God, Most High God, Source, the Creator. That's who you believe in. So you tossing some things into a burning bowl. That's right. Get that thing fired up and go outside under the sun. You're recharging under the sun. If people don't start with this darkness, I better start playing with this dark magic. Yep. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node time. North Node time. Stop playing with this dark mess. That's why I teach what I teach on this channel. Like, look, seriously, y'all, you're getting spiritual downloads, and they've doubled. Stop trying to play small, Leos. I keep trying to tell y'all, stop playing small. These people keep trying to tell y'all are ruled by the sun. You cannot help the day. Well, you know what? You can't help the day that you were born. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. I think that's it. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. You and somebody have made way too many sacrifices. Go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And yeah, I think this is it. All right, trust your intuition. See you all in the next video. But yeah, there's some energies that are having a silent tower moment because their moon magic did not work. They were not able to ruin you and someone. They were not they did something behind you and someone's back and it didn't work. And they were not able to cause you and someone to have a Saturn return, child. It didn't work because you're too high vibrational. So it is what it is. Rise above the judgment. All right, that's it. Bye.